Hey Capricorn-Aquarius, welcome into your Scorpio season energy reading here at Cusp of Roses. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this message, and I appreciate all of your likes, your comments, your shares, your hypes. So amazing. Thank you guys so much. And your subs. If you are a channel member tuning into this message early and ad-free, I love you so very much, and I thank you for all your love and support. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can join at the link in the description box below, or hit that join button next to subscribe if you see it. All right. Okay, Capricorn Aquarius, in my meditation for this reading, Page of Swords, there was this very clear, distinct line of energy of someone not completing a cycle, okay, due to some lingering ideas, perspectives, viewpoints, hurt, pain around some form of betrayal, some form of maybe even relationship. There's something in the heart chakra that is blocking a new beginning from happening, okay? I feel like it's giving a specific vibe of somebody hasn't learned the lesson. So if you were to start something new, start a new chapter, new beginning, you would attract or gravitate towards or take steps in the direction of the same thing you left behind. So someone hasn't learned the lesson around something, and it is due to some form of disappointment, maybe even pain, or just not being aware of the lesson that was trying to be learned, okay? So it seems like you're right at the edge of something, right at the end of a chapter, but it can't fully close out until you grasp this lesson. And then that new chapter can't start, because if you don't have that lesson to apply to the new chapter, you're just going to fall into the same cycle. And it seems like the divine might be stalling, or I'm seeing time being suspended, like kind of giving you a little bit of a grace period here, Capricorn Aquarius, to sort yourself out so that you can get into this new chapter, okay? It does feel romantic. It does feel like when it comes to relationships and partnerships, you might be still attracted to something that isn't balanced for you or isn't healthy for you. Okay? It was very, very clear and very much so to the point. So let's see what the divine universe wants you to know about that message, or anything else that might be relevant for you during Scorpio season. Divine universe, thank you so much for clearing my energy and connecting me a little deeper here to Capricorn Aquarius. I can't make it up. The Cusp Collective of Capricorn Aquarius and Capricorn Aquarius placements for those viewing and tuning in. Thank you for that clarity. Let's get into it, okay? Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse. You gotta sort through this energy first. And I feel like it's a layered situation for whoever this is going to be resonating for. The thing that's attracting you to the past, or the same energies of the past, is you having a certain mindset or a perspective around that energy that you still hold as truth and fact, when in actuality and in maybe divine reality, it could be false, it could be manipulation or miscalculated or misinterpreted, okay? It's kind of like you think something is good for you, you think someone, a type of person or a type of situation, or that's what I need, and it's not, okay? And you only think you need that because that's coming from a wounded space within you. I'm here, I just heard to prove something. You think you need it to prove something. And that's where the divine is trying to get to the root of. What is there to prove, Capricorn Aquarius? Why do you feel you need to prove that? And why does that thing, that person, that relationship, that situation, that dynamic, whatever it is, what does that validate as proof for you? Okay. So I do feel like Scorpio season could be a hermit kind of a vibe for you, Capricorn Aquarius, should you embrace it. Yeah, and I'm confirming something. High Priestess at the bottom. Probably already talking to you about something your higher self is already guiding you towards or trying to tell you, but you might not be listening, okay? That's okay. It's hard to look at ourselves. It's not easy, but it's necessary if you are wanting a different outcome and wanting a different reality, okay? All right, so let's shuffle up a little bit. Yeah, Ace of Cups. I think you might be undervaluing yourself, Capricorn-Aquarius. So you're settling for something that isn't meant to be settled for. Okay? For some of y'all, you might be, I don't want to say overvaluing yourself, but you might think going after a certain someone or a certain person or a certain thing, status, is what's going to give you this feeling of gratification and satisfaction and fulfillment. That could be it. And you're going to get there and feel empty. And I think that's what the divine is trying to prevent for you. Trying to get you to see that that's where that road or that's where those choices lead to more emptiness. Because nothing but you can fill that void you might be trying to fill with other things. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles. Right. I think that's exactly where you are in this energy. Trying to figure it out. Understanding that something's not quite right. Not fully working in flow, but not really sure where to put your finger on it. Hopefully this message will give you that clarity of where to tap into, where to check in with, okay? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. It's something about how you view your investment, how you view your time, what you view as valuable. Star card energy that might have to shift and change. Or that isn't actually what you really believe. It's what you were told to believe. If I don't have this certain thing, if I don't hit that milestone, then I'm not worth anything. It affects your view of self. That's what I think the divine is trying to separate you from or pull you out of. Clarify. Yeah, I can't make it up. Separate and pull out. The Tower. Thank you for that confirmation, divine. Judgment. Yeah. Oh, this is heavy from the ethers. Okay. And again, I think your higher self has already been telling you, Capricorn Aquarius, that's not the way to go. You know that leads to emptiness. You know that's not what's truly in fulfillment. But it seems like it might be, whatever this is, might be a placeholder because you might not fully know what fulfillment is for you. And that's okay too. It's okay to not know. It's okay to have question marks. But acknowledging the fact that you have question marks as opposed to saying you do know when maybe you don't is what could be pulling you out of alignment here. Yeah, I can't make it up. Thank you, divine. Yeah, that's the obstacle that has to be overcome in order for you to get into this Fool energy. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. It seems like the divine really needs you to make wise choices and decisions and investments on this new chapter. And if you're still valuing things that don't really hold value, or still trying to prove something, or still trying to gain something for validation or to fill some sort of void, that's why there's stagnancy here, okay? And I can't make it up. High Priestess right back out here, and I think you know that. Oh, hold on. Let's fix that. Okay. I do feel like this is a big collective message as well, because it takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage to say, hey, I might have went the wrong way, or this really ain't it, and I might need to shift and pivot. I do think you might be against your own stubbornness a little bit around not wanting to give up on I don't even want to say give up. I don't think it's giving up, but wanting to acknowledge that something might not have really been a good fit, okay? Or something you pursued might have been motivated by things not rooted in the truth of who you are. We'll put it like that. Yeah, sunshine, period. Yeah, this is being illuminated to you for sure, okay? So you could trust that. Whatever your higher self is trying to guide you towards here. Yeah, the Lovers. I'm trying to tell you, it felt romantic in the meditation. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Right. I think there is a little bit of distortion around what it takes to be in that Lover's energy, to be in that alignment, what it takes to make loving and healthy and balanced choices and decisions for yourself, okay? And again, what's of value? What's going to make a connection work might have to shift in your perspective, or it's pulling me back into the mind. I don't know if you have like an active Mercury energy right now, or wherever Mercury is. Maybe you have a Mercury in Scorpio or your 8th house, okay? Because I feel like I keep coming back to the mind. It's the mind. It's how you see it. It's how you look at it. It's how you are connecting with it or not connecting with it. Maybe you're too detached from a particular idea or belief, and there needs to be a deeper integration with something, okay? So again, take it as it resonates. But yeah, I can't make it up. The mind, Page of Swords. Thank you, Divine. I just heard it. Ooh, so loud and clear. Excuse me. You know how like you breathe in and it goes down the wrong tube in your throat? Okay. Sorry. And maybe, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let's get this out. I was gonna say you might be dealing for perfection or looking for perfection. Like you might have gotten a lot of opportunities to connect or integrate or learn or be in relationship and partnership, but you're looking for something perfect and nothing is perfect. So as soon as a flaw shows up or a mishap happens or a bump in the road, it's like, pour it out, detach. Okay, I'm done. That's not it. And it's like, wait, hold on. You know, just like slow down a little bit. So maybe that's it for somebody. Yeah, the Emperor. It's about control. Something has to be to the T, to the letter, to the perfect, like, and if it's not that, then it's not worth anything. And I think the Divine is trying to get you to think about that differently. Because thank you, Divine. You know why? Because you might not be spending enough time with something, and this could even be in work. This could be in relationships, take it as it resonates, but you might not be spending enough time with something in order to see its value. Like if the value isn't in big red letters and lit up for you, it's like I think there's something around that. There's hidden value that you might have passed up on. Okay, yeah, and that would be that Page of Pentacles. It like they gravitate only towards the shiny because they feel the shiny is valuable, right? And then as they mature and grow, they better understand what value is. Okay, and again, we all go through this. This is not a judgment towards you. If this is an energy you're in, this is just a part of figuring out life, okay? Part of being human. You got 9 of Pentacles, right? And then it's funny if the Divine has been sending you balanced relationships or opportunities to connect with this Lover's vibe, but because you're searching for perfection or there is a little bit of a lack of patience, I could say, you're remaining single or you're kind of staying to yourself or being in that 9 of Pentacles and then going to the Divine and be like, why don't I have somebody? Do you see? The Divine's like, I've sent you so many people. Okay? Which again, happens to all of us. Every single body has gone through that phase probably more than once. It's okay. But I do think love is maybe trying to find you, Capricorn-Aquarius, or connect with you. Oh, but for some of y'all, maybe your heart is still stuck on one person, or because it's not someone specific, you don't want it. But whatever that energy is that you might desire might not really be for you. Somebody could be having a hard time with that. Yeah, justice. I can't make it up. Yeah, strength. Come on now. And the 9 of Cups in reverse. Right. I think you have to sit with what wish fulfillment is for you a little bit more. I think you got to dig a little deeper into that, Capricorn Aquarius. Because I have a feeling it's shown up for you more than once. But because you're not really sure of the energy, the frequency of it, the signature of that 9 of Cups, it's been like flying over your head or kind of zooming past you or floating around you, but you can't grasp it. Okay? And I even think wherever, for those of y'all where your heart is still maybe stuck on one person or stuck on a situation, I think your higher self has been telling you that that's not really where your heart's meant to rest or be, or that's not necessarily something for you. But that could be hard to accept too. Again, everybody's been there. Yeah. Right. It's been illuminated that something isn't for you, Capricorn Aquarius. But it might be hard to let go of or accept that, and that's okay. Yeah. Death under the Lovers. Clarify the Page of Pentacles with the 5 of Swords. Thank you. King of Cups. Okay. Somebody might even feel like they are showing up with their whole self, but there's still parts of them lingering in other situations or in the past. Somebody hasn't reclaimed that energy yet, which is why relationships and partnerships still kind of meet that ceiling every time. Like someone's not willing to go deeper. That might not be you. Could be. Take it again as it resonates. The Wheel of Fortune, the Star and the 4 of Cups, right? I think like the divine, I feel like the divine is saying that there have been ample opportunities to shift into some sort of alignment or relationship or something that you've been wishing for, hoping for, and asking for. But either it's not showing up perfectly or in the way that you imagined it. So you might be a little narrow in the mind around what that wish fulfillment actually looks like. Or you're not in the feeling of it, so you're missing it. Okay? Clarify the Tower and the Emperor, and I think that's what has to be. It's something about letting go of control, releasing control. 10 of Swords, because that's what's putting these 10 swords in your back. And or the 10 of Swords can also be a change in mind, a forced change in mind. Now it's like, once you get to that 10 of Swords, you can't look at certain things, certain people, certain situations the same anymore. And I think that's what's trying to happen, but you might still be carrying the same mentality or the same thought process or, again, perspective, paradigm for whatever this is in your world, Capricorn Aquarius. Yeah, it's almost like let go of what it should look like and get into what it should feel like. 9 of Cups in reverse. Clarify Judgment with the 9 of Pentacles. Thank you. Yeah, the 9 of Swords. A little too quick. It's too quick to judge, too quick to jump to conclusions and assumptions, not going deep enough. Staying a little too much on the surface here, Capricorn Aquarius. It seems like the divine wants you to dig deeper. Okay? And that's what's going to bring this justice of your new beginning, the Fool energy, Fool and the Justice divine. Yeah, Page of Swords. Can't make it up. And the World. That's what's going to close out this cycle. That's what's going to help you learn the lesson. I just heard your soul is trying to show you something, Capricorn Aquarius. That seems oddly specific. Clarify. 2 of Wands. I can't. Your soul is trying to show you something. Show you the proper alignment and intentions that need to be set in order for you to get the victory of having your wish fulfillment. Again, you gotta feel something. You gotta dig a little deeper into that emotional body here, Capricorn Aquarius. Can I get one for the... Thank you. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. I can't make it up. That's your wish. That's your wish fulfillment. And I get it. I totally get it. What you're looking for are signs of security. And that's normal, very natural, very human. But I think in search of that sign of security or the look of being secure, you're missing the feeling of it. Because it ain't nothing to really appear one way. Right? People can put on facades till the day is long. But you'll feel whether something's authentic or not, or true or not. But if you're only looking at the surface of what it looks like, you'll be easily duped. And I think that's what the divine is trying to prevent on this new chapter. It's like they want to push you in that new energy. But if you're going to be easily duped by the surface, you might as well stay on the cycle that you're on now. Okay? Clarify the High Priestess and the Strength. Thank you for Capricorn Aquarius. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. What did I say? This you might gotta do a little hermiting. You might gotta sit with your soul a little bit more, Capricorn Aquarius, to really figure this out. Because don't get me wrong, the surface and how it looks, of course you want it to look nice. It's not about bypassing that. It's just can't be the only thing you're paying attention to. Because you can easily be duped. I'm trying to tell you. You gotta go beneath the surface. That's like bare minimum, low key. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like this is relationships for some of y'all. So again, take it and apply it to your life as it fits for you. But you got to dig a little deeper here, High Priestess Strength with the Hermit. So you can detach from that devil energy and step into your purity here with the Sun. 8 of Cups. I can't make it up. And that just flipped out the deck. And that's, I can't make it up. That's how you're going to close out this cycle. That's how you'll get the A-OK from Saturn. Okay, you've learned what you need to learn. You've gained the discipline around what you need discipline with. Now we can allow Jupiter to show up. Now the unexpected can happen with Uranus and the Fool. Now your world can be turned upside down. Now it can be new. All right, so you're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there, Capricorn Aquarius. All right, let's see how else the divine is showing up and confirming this energy for you. Thank you so much. Okay. Divine Universe, how are you showing up for Capricorn Aquarius energies? Still in this cycle, trying to get into the Fool. How are you showing up? Okay. Feather in reverse. Not so subtly. Feather upright gives me like light little subtle energies, little hints there. No, the strength of your High Priestess energy, it's almost like you're not yelled at, but it's loud. It's very, very like in the face. Okay, what the divine is wanting from you here, Capricorn Aquarius. It's just a matter of you allowing it. Okay. And trusting it. How else are you showing up here? Thank you. The Crow, again, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And it could even be coming from other forms of communication. So I don't know if you have people around you kind of like giving you the same kind of message, Capricorn Aquarius, like, I don't know if that might want to let that person go, or like that might not really be for you. Like, it's like you're getting the truth and you're getting the clarity from different directions here, right? And like I said, the divine is trying to get your head and your heart in alignment. Whoa, that's a big chunk, but we'll take it. Right, to let something rest, let something go. Okay. Hold out hope and faith for what, again, is meant for you, and that it's nothing but the truth. Like I said, you're getting clarity, you're getting truth in the Swan. That Swan always gives me, of course, grace. And like God, thank you, Divine. Thank you. That's the grace period you're being given. Whatever this is for you, the Divine is being very loud about it. And I hope you're not ignoring those signs, Capricorn Aquarius. Because something could be permanent about this graveyard that just came in. It might cause a permanent ending to some sort of opportunity, or I don't know. Yeah, clarify this, Crow. Again, if you're asking and trying to get clarity and what do you think and what is that thing, you're getting the truth. I think you're getting the same message. Even if you're watching other readers, you're getting the same message. It's because that's what the divine is trying to tell you. Some of y'all are searching for different answers that maybe give you a way out of having to go deeper, because maybe that feels too heavy, too taxing to do. And again, very human, very normal, very natural, but I think you're going to keep running up against this wall or this energy, yeah, because it's coming directly from your ancestors and your angels. Okay? So I would take the wisdom, take the repetitiveness as a sign, and surrender to that as much as you can here. What's the graveyard? Because again, it's all to get your heart and mind in alignment so that you can step into this full energy and not fall for the same traps. Yeah. Again, some of y'all might be holding on to something that isn't meant for you. Okay? And I know that's hard to hear. Totally understand it. We've all been there. But I think you know that it's not meant for you in your heart. Like if you, again, and that's probably why you don't want to sit with the self, because you know that truth is going to ring really loud. And that's okay. Again, totally normal, natural, very human. But the sooner you accept that truth, the sooner you can actually get to what's for you. Okay. Clarify the candle. Thank you. Right. It's like the divine is trying to lead you to your gate. You might be standing at someone else's gate, Capricorn Aquarius, or a gate that you're not meant to walk through in this lifetime or at this moment. Okay? Might not be never ever, but it just might not be at this moment. You got to find the gate that has your name on it. And that's what the divine is trying to bring you to. But it requires you to let go. And again, go through that acceptance and allow yourself to call judgment on, again, something you've been holding on to. Or still desiring something that, again, isn't necessarily in alignment with you. Clarify the sword of truth. Yeah. You got to clean that house first. You gotta sit in the home of yourself. Sit with your soul, sit with your higher self, and accept the truth that's being told to you and brought forward, because it's there. I mean, the high priestess strength and the hermit, it's not like you're hearing anything but your higher self. I just think that there might be a little bit of a struggle with just accepting what the higher self is saying. And again, that's normal, very natural, and okay. Yet, not accepting it is delaying this new chapter that's trying to open up for you. It's delaying you getting to your gate. And you don't want to miss that plane, okay? You don't want to miss that ascension and that rise. Okay, we'll leave it there. I really do hope that this brought about some sort of clarity and confirmation for you and what you might be going through during Scorpio season and or beyond it. Whenever this finds you, you could trust that timing. And I thank you guys for being here. If you've made it all the way through this message, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a Soul Tribe member, and it'll help me pick up on your energy for future messages. And make sure you also hit that bell notification so you're notified when all the readings post for the month, and other announcements on the message board and things of the sort. Okay, if you want a personal reading with me, you can book that at cusp-of-roses.com. If you'd like to check out my products and the merch store, that's cusp-of-roses.store. All of that is linked down below for your convenience. Make sure you check it out. I appreciate that in advance, and I'll catch you all in our next one. All right, namaste.